Welcome to Xtra presented by VDG Sports. I'm your host, Vince Douglas Gregory. No filter. Very censored. I am hot, like hot, not looks wise, not pretty hot and tempting or whatever that other thing you say. Or wait, that's fat. Never mind. I'm hot. See, I can't even think correctly or properly because I am uncomfortably hot. And yet that's a word. I Googled it before I said it. In my mind, that is. My mind's eye. But I'll get to it. Noob that's still here, that endured all of that. You should go ahead and stick along. You should enjoy the ride. Because it's going to be one of those. And if you don't know what one of those is, just raise your hand and wait to be called on. Or tap the person next to you on the shoulder and ask them. Or just whoever's in the room with you, just ask them, what does one of those mean? But you got to put it in the right context. Because if you take it out of context, if you don't say it properly, then you might get in trouble. And I can't be held accountable for your troubles, or you misusing something that I am telling you how to do and use and say properly. Anywho, Regs, we back at it again. Regs, this feels like every single day, but it's not every single day. It just feels that way. We got a special bond. We don't know what to call it. One day, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, 1 decade, 1 century, 1 millennium. We will figure it out. We will know what it is. And we come back retroactively and say, a blast from the future, this is what it always was. This is what it always will be. This is what we are calling it. Sharing is caring, but you shouldn't share everything. Free advice. You shouldn't share everything. Even if you are built that way, you need to. Yeah, I'll just stop there. This is a family show and a family program. If you know, you know. Non-verbal communicating peeps. I just want to give you an SO. You ain't forgotten. We talk, we communicate non-verbally all the time. It is for everyone else. This is the level that you need to get at, noob, if you're still here. Be a non-verbal communicating peep. Regs who are still regs, you need to step your game up. You need to level up to become non-verbal. There you do. So I am uncomfortably hot. I'm a little distracted. I'm on one in the wildest sense possible. I can't be held accountable for what I say or what I do because, let's just say, the heat makes me a little cray-cray. The heat makes me a little mild-mannered. The heat just puts me, and I meant to say mild-mannered too. Think about it. The heat puts me in a box that I don't want to be in. It really and truly does. And the thing about that is, I meet you halfway, peeps who say they love the heat. I'll meet you halfway in the sense of, and this is not even what I want to get to. I want to hurry this up so I can get to what I want to get to. But I think this needs to be said first because it's really, really important to me. I'd be willing to meet you halfway. And I admit that I'm an alien. I admit that I'm a cyborg, a robot, or whatever you want me to admit that I am because I like it cold, I will admit that. If you also admit that something's a little bit off with you, and that's not a judge. This is a no judge zone. This is an observation because I'm trying to make it make sense. I'm trying to think about it because it keeps me up late at night, wondering and pondering how is it possible that you like it hot, but yet everything that you do, you try to cool off. Everything that you do, you try to not be hot. If you like it hot, why don't you want to be hot? If you like it hot, why do you do things to make you not hot? If you like it hot, why does your body naturally sweat or your body naturally prevents you from being too hot and overheated? Those are a few questions. Unless you are just a contrarian, you really don't like it hot, or you'll kind of go with the flow. Way back when there was a secret meeting, people said that we will like it hot, no questions asked. We will say this all the time. And I wasn't at that meeting. I didn't get that memo. Unless it's something like that. Just go ahead and be honest. Be a truth teller. I can handle the truth. I admit I meet you halfway. If you meet me halfway, and just let the truth be known. And speaking of the truth, nice segue here. Truth to power. I have some truth to power. Power, and when you get it, let me set it up right. Power is something that can make a truth teller be a non-truth teller. Because when you get power, there's just something about the power that just attracts you and make you want more and more and more. It's like quicksand, but in a good way, referring to that you're not gonna die unless your power drunk. But that's a different topic for a different day, a different story, a different time. That's not where I want to go. I want to try to keep this semi-happy. It's like quicksand. It's like you keep just sinking. The more you move. Or that's what I've been told, because I've never been in quicksand. I've seen pictures. I read about it a little bit. So I'm trying to bring this up from my memory, my recall mechanism. If I'm wrong, if I'm way off, could you please reach out virtually and let me know? You don't have to send me a card. You don't have to send me some kind of mail or anything like that. Just say you're wrong. But you got to let me know what I'm wrong about, because I'm wrong about a lot of things. You got to specifically say, coming from the future to the present, what I am wrong about, and then I can address it and maybe not be so wrong moving forward, or correct the mistake or the error in the future. You pick, you choose. Multiple options. And see, I always thought that I always sort of looked aside. I always had certain thoughts about how can people continuously want power? How can people? And it wasn't until I experienced the power and realized how powerful power is. I mean, it's with a P. It's with a capital P. Power. And the pull is strong, because once you get a little taste of it, it's like Pringles. Once you pop, you can't stop. And I'm not endorsing. This ain't a commercial. I usually don't do that, but it's something that can get your hamster running on the treadmill again. It wasn't until I got a little power, until I experienced power, and I realized how strong it is, and the pull to want more and have more. And I feel as though that I'm one of principle. I have standards. There's certain things I will and won't do and mostly use the power for good. To fight for the little guy, to help those who need help. There's a caveat, but I don't want to rehash the caveat because the caveat makes people upset and mad. And the only people that I want upset and mad are the ones who like it hot because they're liars with a capital A. You figured it out. But when I relinquished the power and let it go, it was difficult in the moment, the process. But afterwards, it was easy. It was easy to misremember or not recall or not even think about what once was. It doesn't even keep me up late at night. And just about any and everything keeps me up late at night. But not having power. Having control over what I can control is not power, and it's something completely different, and it's something, a principle, and it's something that I utilize and base things off of. But power is being able to control or have the ability to control other things, people, or objects. And you see how you can utilize or use that power for your own benefit, to manipulate, to trick, to spew whatever you need to spew for your advantage, disadvantage, or just because. I'm just going to say fill in the blank. My options may not be your options, so you can just fill in the blank because everyone's different and there's different motivations, but yet you can end up in the same end game, the same spot with certain inputs. And that's why I said I understood a little bit more how people can get caught up and thirsty and hungry for power and wanting more. The pull is strong. The force is strong. It is there. It is hard to break. And if you are already somewhat questionable in decision making or questionable in motivations, or really don't give a F about anything but yourself or your benefits or what benefits you, not self-reliant, but just focus on self. And I'll just leave it at that. Even though this is a family show and a family program, I can go a little further, but I'll leave a little bit for the imagination. And not everybody is built for power. Just like everybody can't do certain things. Ever bird-like voice. That doesn't mean that some people get put in positions of power that have no business being in positions of power. It happens quite frequently. It happens a lot. And those are under that structure usually are not happy. Usually there's some kind of morale thing. Usually there's some kind of negative energy, negative vibe, negativity just free flowing around. And I'm not even bringing up incompetence. Incompetence is something completely different from utilizing power for your own gain. Incompetence, you don't even know how to utilize the power that you have properly or correctly. And that's a different rabbit hole for a different day, a different time. But make sure you don't go down anybody else's rabbit hole. And I'm not suggesting you go down mine. But what I am suggesting is I need some truth tellers to tell the truth and at least meet me halfway, because this heart and loving it and liking it heart thing, it's got to come to an end. It really, really, truly does. I got questions. I need answers. Will I get them? Probably not. Will it keep me up at night? Of course. How late? IDK. I do know one thing, though. I do know one thing. It won't be me thinking about lack of power. It won't be me thinking about I wish I had more power. It won't be thinking about, I need some power in my life. No, no, no. That has disappeared in the magical box that I tossed in a corner that flew away like a pigeon on a sunny day. That wasn't supposed to rhyme. I told you I was on one, noobs. Now you know, now you see. Wait a minute, the noobs are gone. Okay, Regs, you get it. You got it. You understood. This ain't new to you. This is a common occurrence every blue moon. Yeah, we're going to go with blue moon. Blood with moon. It's not a blood with moon scenario. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening. Be sure to check out the website at Xtra, VDGsports.com. That is Xtra, VDGsports.com. There's a YouTube as well. XTRA, VDG. XTRA, VDG. That is the call sign. That's how you look it up. And it is Xtra, VDG Sports. That is the full name. Yeah. Everything's almost there. That is where you can find here, there, of course. And if you are into sports and you like a little bit more stuff, a little bit more unpredictability and sideshows, VDG Sports. And that's the YouTube. VDG Sports. Everything used to be there. Like, subscribe, share. Oh, you can check out the website too. VDGsports.com. It's the place to be. It's the place to go. It's the place to learn. It's the place to get your imagination on. Seriously. Noob that left 10 seconds ago, or 10 seconds after the beginning, I just want to thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for pressing on something that you had no business pressing on. Regs, I'm still not going to give it to you, but I may compromise. If you can find the peeps and get them to admit this whole heat and being hot thing, then I'll bring it back. But until then, peace out.